Number 1. Mark Ciavarella astonished face before his name got linked to one of the worst court corruption stories ever in the US. Mark Ciavarella was a guy people looked up to in Luzerne County, Pennsylvania. He grew up there, and he was like a hometown hero, a star in high school sports who became a lawyer and then got picked as a judge in the Luzerne County Court of Common Pleas. Everyone knew him for being super strict with kids who broke the law. He called it his zero-tolerance rule for sentences. To a lot of folks around town, it seemed like he was just working hard to stop kids from getting into more trouble, but hidden under that tough act, something way worse was going on. From 2003 to 2008, Judge Ciavarella handled thousands of cases with kids. A bunch of these were for small stuff, like kids spray painting silly messages, stealing little things from stores, or fighting at school. Instead of giving them chores in the community or talking sessions to help, Ciavarella kept giving tough punishments that put kids right into detention centers for juveniles. A lot of times, those places were run by private companies. What nobody knew back then was that Ciavarella, plus another judge named Michael Kinahan, had made a secret deal with the people running 2 private centers for troubled kids. They sent kids there on purpose, and in return, Ciavarella got millions in secret payoffs. He ended up taking about $2.8 million total. It was like turning the court into a money-making business, and the kids' lives were what paid for it. The whole mess started falling apart because some groups fighting for rights, worried parents, and later federal cops wouldn't let it go. Parents began asking why their kids got such huge punishments for tiny mistakes. Groups that help kids noticed, and soon a big official check started. By 2009, the feds had put together proof. They found bank moves, house buys, and secret payments that tied Ciavarella and Kinahan straight to the owners of those private centers. The money was hidden as fees for finding kids or business deals, but the truth came out. It was a plan to lock kids up for pay that hurt the heart of fair courts in America. In early 2009, Ciavarella and Kinahan got hit with federal charges for stuff like organized crime, cheating, and hiding money. At first, both guys made deals to plead guilty and serve about 7 years in jail, but those deals broke when another judge said no because the crimes were too bad. That meant they had to go to a full trial. At the trial, the lawyers against them told a really bad story. They proved how Ciavarella sent hundreds of kids to detention without good lawyers for them, and some hearings only took a couple minutes. The court listened to grown-ups now who talked about how one dumb teen mistake turned into years of pain, sadness, and missed chances, all because a judge wanted secret money. In 2011, Mark Ciavarella got found guilty on 12 out of 39 charges, like organized crime, hiding money, and planning it. He got 28 years in federal prison. The judge giving the sentence called what Ciavarella did a huge letdown of trust from everyone. He's doing his time in a federal prison place now, and he can't get out until he's way into his 80s. What happened after was huge. More than 2,000 kid cases got thrown out. The top court in Pennsylvania stepped in to wipe clean the records for lots of those young people. People sued, and in 2022, Ciavarella had to pay over $200 million to the kids hurt and their families. It's mostly just a number since he might never pay, but it shows how much damage there was. Besides the court stuff, the Kids for Cash story turned into a big warning about how power without checks and money from private companies can ruin even the most important public jobs. It made people across the country mad, led to TV shows about it, and caused big changes in how Pennsylvania handles kid courts. People in charge thought again about private jails, especially for kids, and folks pushing for rights asked louder for rules to protect minors in court. Even now, this mess is one of the scariest stories of people in power abusing kids in recent U.S. history. Mark Ciavarella was supposed to help kids' futures, some only 11 years old. Instead of showing them a better way, he treated them like ways to make cash. Thinking back, Mark Ciavarella's tale isn't only about one bad judge. It's a heads-up about what happens when nobody watches and courts get treated like things to buy and sell. The hurt can't be fixed, but it did put a bright spotlight on a system that needed a hard look. Number 2. Michael Kinahan handshake. Michael Kinahan used to have one of the biggest judge jobs in Luzerne County, Pennsylvania. As the main judge of the Court of Common Pleas, Kinahan controlled a lot, not just single cases, but the whole county's court money and setup. He started as a cop, then became a lawyer, and later a judge, and lots of people saw him as smooth and in charge. Inside the court building, he had a name for being smart about plans and good at politics. But away from eyes, Kinahan was helping run one of the worst court corruption plans in U.S. history. Kinahan's part in the Kids for Cash mess was more than just okaying what others did. He was like the main planner. While his partner in crime, Judge Mark Ciavarella, did the kids' sentencing, Kinahan worked in the background, setting things up to make it all work. In the early 2000s, Kinahan used his boss powers to cut money from the county's own kid detention place. He said it wasn't good enough and pushed to shut it down. That left the county with nothing else but to sign deals with a new private center for kids, run by guys Kinahan had secret money ties with. Him and Ciavarella got millions in county money for that private place, while taking their cut of the secret payoffs from it. Over years, Kinahan got money sent through fake companies and house deals. The whole plan made at least $2.8 million in bad money for the two judges. All that time, kids as young as 11 or 12 got sent away for months, or even years, to those centers for small mistakes, lots without real lawyers. The plan hid for years, but little by little, problems showed up. Parents wondered why punishments were so harsh for their kids. Groups for rights pointed out way too many kids locked up in Luzon County. And by 2007, a real check was happening. Federal cops started pulling apart the money links between the judges and the private place bosses. Soon, proof aimed right at Kinahan and Ciavarella. Bank stuff, money wires, and house papers showed the full plot. The judges tried hard to hide the cash, moving it through others and using papers that looked like real deals. In January 2009, the plan blew open when both judges got charged with cheating on honest work and tax crimes. Lawyers said Kinahan used his boss spot to kill off public choices, so the county had to use the private place that filled his pockets. At first, Kinahan took a plea deal, saying yeah he did the plot and taking jail time. The first deal was for less, about 7 years, but when all the kid harm came out, the case judge said no way, it was too easy for such bad stuff. Unlike Ciavarella, who fought in trial and lost, Kinahan took blame and made a new guilty plea. In September 2011, he got 17.5 years in federal prison. He started time in a place in Florida, away from the Pennsylvania court where he did his crimes. But in 2020, Kinahan got out early from jail. With COVID spreading in prisons, he got okay for kind release to stay home. People got mad, especially families hurt and helpers who said he didn't pay full for what he did. Today, Kinahan is still watched at home and can't ever do public jobs or law again. The Kids for Cash bad stuff didn't stop with jail. It went way further. Thousands of kid cases got cancelled, and Pennsylvania's top court did big moves to clean records for the hurt minors. Lots of lawsuits hit both judges and the private center guys. In one big win, Kinahan and Ciavarella had to pay over $200 million in hurt money, more a sign than real cash, but it showed the huge pain. The mess caused big fixes in kid courts, not just Pennsylvania, but all over the U.S. People making laws and helpers asked for more watch on judges, tighter rules on private jail deals, and better guards for kids in court. The case got big in talks about private justice and mixing money with punishing. Michael Kinahan's name now sticks not for bench years, but for lives he helped mess up. Unlike lots of bad money cases, this one hurt people way past cash. For hundreds of families, it wasn't just court stuff. It was heart pain, mind hurt, and super personal. Michael Kinahan's story warns about power getting bad when nobody stops it. It's a nudge that in courts, even one person chasing own wins over helping everyone can scar a whole town bad. Number 3. Lance Mason. Lance Mason was once at the top of public jobs in Ohio. He was a state lawmaker before and a judge in Cuyahoga County. Mason had a background that screamed trust, leading, and steady. He went to University of Michigan and its law school, worked as a helper prosecutor, made laws in the state, and then judged in the Court of Common Pleas. To many, Mason was like the dream of a smart law guy, all about fair and fixes. But under the fancy clothes, a whole other tale was there, one that blew up into one of the saddest and scariest home violence stories lately. In 2014, cops grabbed Mason after a bad fight with his wife, Aisha Fraser. Cops said Mason hit Aisha over and over while driving with their kids in back. The hits were so bad her face bones broke, and she needed fix-up surgery. When cops checked his house, they found tons of guns and bullets, like dozens of shooters, smoke bombs, a vest to stop bullets, and thousands of shots. It was obvious this wasn't just once. It was the end of a super messed up relationship full of bossing and hurting. Mason got found guilty of home violence and got 2 years jail. He only did 9 months. When out, they took his law license and said no more public jobs. But even after that bad 2014 hit, Mason got back into city work fast, in a move lots hated. Cleveland City hired him in 2017 as boss for helping minority businesses. It made people mad and worried how a guy known for home violence could lead in city again. Then in November 2018, things turned deadly. On a normal Saturday morning, cops got called to Aisha Fraser's house in Shaker Heights area. What they saw was awful. Aisha, a loved school teacher for little kids and mom of 2, got stabbed to death outside her house. People saw Mason attack her in the driveway, right in front of their kids, then he took her car and ran. Soon after, he smashed into a cop car and got caught trying to run on foot. Cops fast said Mason was the only suspect. It was planned ahead. Lawyers later said Mason waited for Aisha to bring the kids, then jumped to face and kill her. The town was crushed. This wasn't just big home violence. It was a worse step from an old judge who swore to keep law. The court stuff after went quick. Mason got charged with bad murder and other things. In August 2019, he said guilty to all to skip death row. The room had town people, old work friends, and Aisha's family who talked about the forever hurt and loss from what he did. The judge gave Lance Mason life in jail, with maybe out after 35 years. At sentencing, court said clear Mason's law past made it worse. He knew what happens, saw bad crime results himself, and still did it. Now Mason is in Ohio State Prison. He can try for out in the 2050s when he's late 80s. His name, once about public help and law smarts, now ties forever to one of Ohio's biggest home violence cases. What happened went way past court. Aisha Fraser's death got helpers for stopping home violence going. Her work friends and kids at Woodbury Elementary missed their great teacher bad. Town leaders asked for stronger guards for people hurt, and folks wondered why hire Mason back after his first guilty. It showed holes in how we deal with known hurters, especially big shots. The case started talks again on out early rules, judge watching, and how old public guys get treated by places they worked. For lots, it reminded Grimm that fancy and school don't stop violence, and missing warning signs, especially at home, can end in no way back sad. Years later, Aisha Fraser's memory lives in remember events, money for school and learning plans. Her tale is a sign not just of lose, but standing strong and pushing for right when wrong hits. Meanwhile, Mason's drop from good is one of the wildest in new U.S. judge history. A guy who held the hammer, who decided others' ends, ended up wrecking his own. Deep down, Lance Mason's story isn't only bad crime, it's a look at fail. Fail of who he was inside, of owning up, and of setups that let a known hurter get power again. It's a tough nudge of what hits when signs get ignored, and people supposed to keep safe use power to hurt. Number 4. Sonia McKnight pistol. In early 2025, news all over Pennsylvania blew up with a story that seemed fake. A judge still working, who was supposed to keep law, got guilty of trying to kill someone. The name in the middle was Sonia McKnight, a lady who used to be the face of fair in Dauphin County. But now she wasn't judging, she was in cuffs. Sonia McKnight worked as a local district judge in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, where she handled small crimes and people fights. In court, she was known for staying calm and sure. Work friends said she was pro-fair and sometimes really kind. She was an old cop too, with years in keeping law. On paper, McKnight looked like the last one to do violent stuff. But the cover broke on a normal night in February 2023. That night, McKnight drove to her old boyfriend's house in Harrisburg, a guy she had a long, messy love past with. Court talk said they just ended a rough relationship. Neighbors heard one big bang, then quiet. When help came, they found the guy in the house with a bullet in his head. Amazingly, he lived. He got to hospital quick and made it, but with hurts that stay. At first, he told who shot McKnight. Cops started full check, and in days, McKnight got grabbed and charged with trying to kill. The grab shocked the law world. A working judge facing super serious charge, and she almost killed someone she loved once. As cops put the night together, they found old fights between McKnight and the guy. No stop orders, but texts and people said tension after break. Lawyers said the shot was planned, since McKnight came without invite with a ready gun. From start, McKnight said no to charges. Her side said the gun went off in a fight by mistake, no plan to kill. They pointed to her clean past, years helping public and town ties, but the other side showed a trained old cop and judge who knew full what she did. The case hit trial in early 2025. News was everywhere, especially since she was a judge. No cameras in court, but reports every day told it all. People talking were help folks, neighbors, and the guy himself, who even with brain issues from hurt, said Manite came and shot on purpose. Jury thought a few hours, then said guilty of trying to kill. Court also guilty on other like bad hit and gun wrongs. Sentencing got watched close. In full room, Manite got 13.5 to 30 years in state jail. With how bad and her law passed, judge said big break of trust. Manite got taken right away to state prison place. They took her law okay and kicked her off bench. At 57, she might stay in rest of life, depending on out early. People reacted fast and split. Some couldn't believe a life helper of safety could do violence. Others said stresses and own fights may be pushed, ask for more mind help in law jobs. For Pennsylvania courts, it was a bad mark. Another nudge: nobody skips rules, no matter name or past. The case started bigger talks on Judge Watch. Manite kept judging almost a year after while checked. That asked how judges get stopped or paused when crime charges hang, and if fixes needed to stop again. For the guy and family, sentence gave some end, but with hurt, body and feeling scars stay. In talks to news, he said hope case pushes other home violence hurt people to speak, no matter who hurts them. Sonia Manite's drop is one of newest and wildest of law keepers crossing bad, a once-liked judge now in prison. One violent second that switched two lives forever, and a town trying to match who she seemed with what she really did. Number 5. Thomas J. Maloney. Money bag. In the messy mix of Chicago politics back then, the 1980s had talk of bad deals not just as stories, but normal. Nowhere clearer than city courts, where fair wasn't about truth, but who you helped. And right in one of the biggest bad judge checks in U.S. court history was Judge Thomas J. Maloney. Maloney wasn't some small judge. He handled big crime cases in Cook County, like lots of kill trials. Picked in 1977, he was known as hard and bossy on bench. He was a defense lawyer before, helping all kinds, even crime group ties. To many, he was a strict judge keeping order in crazy cases. But away, Maloney ran a whole other game, where results got bought, and guilty or not had a cost. The plan was part of a huge FBI check called Operation Greylord. It was a big secret op that showed bad all over Cook County courts. Secret cops acted as lawyers, used bugs and hidden cams to catch how bad it was. Maloney's part was super serious. Lawyers said he took payoffs to fix cases, at least 3 kill ones. Money went through middle guys, usually bad lawyers or court workers, who gave cash for good rules. Sometimes people talking got shut down, proof got hidden, and bad guys walked, all under Judge Power look. The worst one was a 1981 kill trial where 2 gang guys got blamed for killing rivals. Maloney supposedly took $100,000 to make not guilty. Even with good proof, they got off. Years on, one said yeah in another case, feeding the check on Maloney. By late 1980s, FBI had enough to go. After years watching and planning, Maloney got charged in 1991 with organized bad, planning, and forcing. The trial was a big moment in Greylord. Unlike other judges who quiet guilty or quit, Maloney fought. He said never took payoff, government lied. But proof was too much. People talking, bugs, paper paths all showed power hurt. One helper lawyer said Maloney took payoffs normal, fixing trials just business. In 1993, Maloney guilty on lots, including fixing 3 kill cases. He got 15 years federal jail, one longest for a judge in the op. He started soon, did 12 years till out in 2007. Law license gone auto, and his story a warning. Over 90 people charged in Greylord, judges, lawyers, cops, but Maloney's big because he changed kill case ends, not small stuff or favors. People blamed for kill walked because cash. Maloney's end showed how deep bad was in Chicago courts. For years, like open secret, lawyers knew some okay, others scared to fix. Operation Greylord showed it, how easy fair breaks when want beats right. People mad but used to it. Chicago long known for politics bad, but in courts where lives fair decided, hit hard. Led to ask for fixes, like watch groups, must ethics learn better for whistle folks. After out, Maloney stayed low, no talk on case. Died 2008, year after out, never said S. Sorry public, now Thomas J. Maloney's name in law schools, reports, ethics talks as classic bad judge. His tale in shows and books on dark U.S. law past. Nudge that when lawkeepers get bad, hurt goes way past room. Robe, hammer, bench all mean fair, but with Maloney tools for deal where cash louder than proof. End Operation Greylord did get bad out, but Thomas J. Maloney warns strong. Bad rarely one thing, grows quiet, lives in easy, stops only when someone says stop. Number 6. Ronald Bodenhamer Palm Tree. In early 2000s, Jefferson Parish, Louisiana had a judge with lots ties, seemed to have everything, politics pull people like solid bench spot. Judge Ronald Bodenhamer was prosecutor first, then one vote to bench in 24th Court District, known for smart law and hard calls. But nobody couldn't picture, the guy for fair was breaking its secret in rooms. Bodenhamer's drop was quick, but not from nothing. Signs there, talkin' law folks, people complaints, weird calls that made eyes roll. Still, few thought a judge could do real crime. That switched in 2001, federal cops started secret check on bad in Jefferson Parish courts. Op first for bigger politics wrong, fast aimed at Bodenhamer. Turns out, judge did lots bad, favors for vote givers, bench hurt, and worst, put drugs to blame a hater. The case that broke all started with local boat place owner Eric Mammal. Mammal long said Bodenhamer hurt judge spot for own business. Then, Bodenhamer had seafood biz and money in some rule choices. When Mammal talked loud, got more than law push, became Mark. Federal lawyers said Bodenhamer planned with two buddies to hide drugs on Mammal. Plan easy, make Mammal look bad, shut complaints. Oxycodone pack in toolbox on Mammal's land. Bodenhamer set cops to find. But honest cops saw weird in tip and told. What was to take down fast turned big flag for feds. As check went deep, found way more wrong. Bodenhamer took gifts and vote money for good calls. 1. Cut sentences or drop charges for politics help. He pushed local lawyer boss to go after cases good for his biz friends. All showed judge saw court not holy law spot, but tool for own and politics win. In 2003, Bodenhamer charged federal lots, like plan bribe, mail cheat, block fare. He said no first, but proof too big. Bugs, talk people, drug hide papers all clear. Facing long jail if trial lose, Bodenhamer guilty plea. In federal court said yeah to plan frame Eric Mammal and wrong use spot for case ends. Case judge called Bodenhamer axe huge trust break. In 2004 got 46 months federal jail, just under 4 years. Did time federal place, out 2008. Out, law license gone forever, no public honors from old job. Unlike some politics bad, Bodenhamer no try back public. Name now means judge wrong in Louisiana. Case used lots for more open judge. Bigger mess big. Bodenhamer guilty started inside looks in state judges. Jefferson Parish push new ethics fix. People and groups ask stronger judge power checks. Better whistle safe. Harder way to kick bad judges. For Eric Mammal, boat guy almost framed. Mix of win and hurt. He talked later on Scary, no judge with big power tried wreck life with law itself. His case sign how personal fair gets when power no check grows. Ronald Bodenhamer story no millions or world news, but somehow scarier. Tale of judge who used laws he swore keep to quiet hater and own good. Nudge bad not always big show. Sometimes sneaks quiet, hidden in robes and names. Years on, case kinda forgot public. But law folks, Bodenhamer name hangs, tied to lessons on right, own up, fragile people trust. Bench he sat long filled new, but Mark left warns what when want beats rule. Number 7. Gerald Garson man balance divorce court should be where fair really counts last. Feelings high, families change, judge choices hit lives years. But in Brooklyn, New York, early 2000s, one top court justice quiet made those big choices cash game. Gerald Garson was family judge in New York State Supreme Court over mad divorce fights, kid who with kid money talks. To normal folks, Garson's room meant power and end. But closed doors he ran where judge calls bought if pay good. Born, raised New York, Garson long law job. Picked bench 1990s, seen experienced, able, calm. But family court time showed him spot where feelings and cash close. And found he took gifts, cash, favors for good divorce rules. Plan not hard but super bold. Garson close with divorce lawyer Paul Szymanowski. Checkers said Szymanowski sent cash, fancy stuff, food to Garson. Back judge gave law tips, sent cases his way, even let pick helpers for before trial advice. Some Garson's secret calls with Szymanowski on how twist times or slow moves for his side. Basically pay to win hiding as normal law, but broke in 2002 when divorce fighter thought wrong. She felt other lawyer got 2 good deals. That got to Brooklyn lawyer boss office, started quiet aim check on Garson ways. Then careful secret op. Cops wired Szymanowski hidden record, told keep deals normal. Sound and video proof showed bad judge wrong clear. Garson heard giving coach, mad at other lawyers, talk twist stuff, all while taking bribes different ways. In 2003, Judge Garson grabbed, charged lots bad like bribe, take for wrong job, illegal thanks. Charges shocked New York law folks. Not small mess. Top court justice blamed cell-fare to top payer. At trial, Garson's side said link with Szymanowski more friend too far, perks thanks not bribes, but records said other, planned bad and repeat power hurt. In 2007, after long law stuff, Gerald Garson guilty, got 3 to 10 years state jail. Started at Hudson Fix Place, did about 2.5 years, out parole late 2009. Mess not end jail. After mad public pushed big fix asks. Thought top New York court judge easy bad, made state look hard at judge watch. Fast, New York court office new strict judge rules, more ethics learn, better open case give, especially family court high stakes. For people in Garson room case long dark, kid choices money rules even end divorce looked at again. Some asked review or open cases, said no fair chance. Meanwhile, mess hurt New York judge name public. News and papers asked if Garson alone or big problem tip. State judge wrong group said more complaints after, like Garson open made others tell bad bench. Even law folks, Garson case big talk on vote money, judge votes, fuzzy friend and wrong interest. Years after out, Gerald Garson low public. Law license gone, shamed, left room trust broke, law system fix under hard look. End Gerald Garson story not just one bad judge, about how easy fair breaks when power no watch. People in court often weakest, want clear in mess. What Garson did betray that hope for cash. His guilty big turn New York judge passed, but deep lesson still hits now. Fair only works blind to cash, pulls special own win. Number 8. Samuel B. Kent classical in federal courts world, judges usually low-key. Choices shape lives, laws, groups, but names rare front news. That made Judge Samuel B. Kent case extra wild. When working federal judge not just blamed serious wrong, but kicked out, guilty, jail, not just mess. History making. Samuel Kent was U.S. District Judge South Texas, picked 1990 by President George H.W. Bush. Almost 20 years, over civil crime cases Galveston part. Known smart and sometimes mean way, Kent named tough but fast law guy. Backbench, big power, time on clear he started bad use deep scary ways. First public trouble 2007, court workers said sex wrong. 2 ladies, both court help, came with big blames. Said Kent touched wrong, pushed sex moves, used spot scare quiet. Blames showed years Harris pattern, Kent use power make hurt feel no way. Complaints started inside check by 5th Circuit appeals, watch Kent area. First court sent Kent Houston 4-month stop said judge wrong, but blames not gone federal took more. August 2008, big jury charged abusive sex touch and try bad sex abuse. Charges from way to 2 workers, old case helper and secretary. Lawyers said Kent forced on ladies private, often chambers no see power all one side. As law went, Kent said no crime, but more proof talk under oath match tell clear plea only way. February 2009 Kent guilty block fair. Lawyers dropped bad sex charges, but Kent said yeah lied to judge check group cover way. Got 33 months federal jail, pay $1,000 fine. Kent first working federal judge long time jail bad, but law not stop. After sentence, Kent first no quit bench. Still tech federal judge get pay pension. No quit mad lawmakers help groups public. Thought guilty still get federal cash in jail no okay. Congress fast. June 2009 House passed 4 kick articles on Kent sex hit block fair power hurt. Rare big move. Judge kicks US super rare. Kent only 14th federal judge history kicked. Face Senate trial Kent quit days before start. Quit end judge job cut benefits. Last part case already shook federal judges. Kent did time federal jail Devons, Massachusetts, out July 2011 after bid over 2 years. Since out, low public law license gone shamed, no law politics pull. Kent case hit symbol and steps. Symbol clear even top judges own up. Steps showed holes how federal judges watched, checked, need kick. Time, lots said first inside check too soft, bigger judge system no fast ways big wrong. Kent try slow quit after guilty pushed fix judge right watch, better open wrong checks. For ladies came case hurt but win. They took look, push back, wait fight top law ladder, but they made one few good federal judge kicks new history. Samuel B. Kent story strong nudge judge power no cover from end. Even federal, life pick big free, power hurt can will fight, special break trust public give courts. End, Kent case not just one wrong. About system duty, brave ask own up from law keeper's self. Number 9, Jack Tarpley Camp Jr., pill one thing judge break law, whole other when crimes same as cases he judged right then. That made federal judge Jack Tarpley Camp Jr., Drop not just shock, but weird. Camp senior judge U.S. District Court North Georgia. Picked President Ronald Reagan 1987, over 20 years bench big federal cases, drug crimes, gun wrongs. Known strict federal sentence rules, special drugs. But 2010 own life showed scary two sides. That year grabbed after months check showed secret life against all he stood court. Federal said camp in go relationship stripper. Not just sex, repeat bad drug use, wrong gun have. Relationship start early year, camp met lady Atlanta strip place. Time got darker. He bought used cocaine, weed, pain pills with her. Sometimes brought work gun while high, not one-offs. Court papers show drug with lady lots, even asked help get more. End, lady FBI secret helper. She wore wire record meets camp, he planned buy drugs, talk open use, offer share bad stuff. One camp gave cash buy drug secret cop. All time had loaded gun, bad just have wild drugs. Grab October 2010. Camp custody secret op after more bad drug buy. Time news shocked law folks public. Working federal judge, Reagan pick. Caught by cocaine pain pills with lady not just with, but new crime past. Federal lawyers fast charges. Camp big jury lots, wrong have bad stuff, gun while drug help spread bad drugs. Worst maybe try block fair because relationship helper he looked court files her old cases used wrong. Case public, camp quit bench fast. Sudden end over 20-year judge job. Proof too much, guilty plea 2011 said yeah 2 drugs small, 1 bad help of bad stuff plan spread. Sentence, camp lawyers showed man trouble, said fight sad, bad brain hurt years back bike crash feeling weak after dad die. Maybe explain no excuse. Case judge said clear camp willing hurt spot no care laws he pushed. Got 30 months federal jail law license gone soon. Did time out 2013. Try back law any blocked. Mess total. Name job past wrecked. Camp case big talk judge own up mind health right. Some warning unchecked personal drop. Others proof big judge power dangerous no watch long. Hardest for many watch two faces bad. Camp years gave long sentences same crimes he did. Ruled federal drug gun hard way. That gap court say and outdo left bad taste who want same fare. Bigger judge system. Camp drop helped ask more watch. Federal judges. Life pick less check other public. Most good but camp like show need go watch right learn open punish ways. Jack Tarpley camp JR. Now few federal judges history bad guilty. Case no politics bad bribe but personal. How law keepers can lose path unchecked stuff turn crime. Public case wake up judges people. But people turn wrong special hurt trust end fast clear. Number 10. Tracy Hunter raised fist few judge cases new split people feel so sharp or heart as Judge Tracy Hunter. Once cheered new way Hamilton County, Ohio, later big split law politics fight, mix right, race, power, own up. Tracy Hunter voted 2010 kid court judge, first black lady that spot Hamilton County. Old TV newsmaker to lawyer, Hunter ran on fix, open, fair kid law promises. After long fight vote, court count again, she benched 2012. Start time full fight. Hunter bump lots other judges officials on court run people stuff. Fans saw challenge system no want change. Haters said no follow rules mess court work, but fight big 2013 charged lots bad. Charges end judge job. Case about choice Hunter with brother Stephen Hunter, fix guy kid holds center county. Time, he checked for hit kid hold. Lawyers said Judge Hunter wrong you spot get share secret papers case. Special inside note maybe help brother fight job punish. Big jury 9 bad, evidence mess to steal job. But 1 stuck, wrong interest public deal. Lawyers said step brother work, she use office push public deal family tie no allow Ohio law. Hunter trial 2014 fast news show. Room full watch, out protests big daily. Her side said no illegal, just want brother fair in bias system both. Lawyers said clear judge power hurt. Jury guilty 1, rest hung or drop. Guilty enough kick office, law license gone soon, but next made case news country. Sentence 6 months jail 2014, appeals moves push jail almost 5 years. Time Hunter big public, talk rallies town stuff say case politics race push. Fans thought punish challenge old way, special county race tense law passed. July 2019 all appeals done, Tracy Hunter start sentence. Room tense. Judge read Hunter sit. Bailiffs move take she limp no walk. Next scene cam news country. Hunter dragged out arms cop sides mess fans seats. Pick viral fast. Haters right end no rule judge. Fans scary show system wrong front all. Hunter did part 6 months out early good. Out law license gone no public job but talk public justice fix judge own up. bigger case last. Ohio Hunter case start new talk judge right, lawyer choice, race politics mix law. Also push law ideas better open judge punish kick. Law folks, study how own love, even good mean, bump strict judge rules. But now Tracy Hunter past still fight. She bad judge power hurt family keep, or fix mind outsider aim system no like her way, truth may be middle. Clear her story still big feels, nudge how easy public court trust when fair, race, power crash, fast.